I'm getting ready to put the carpets in now, but I thought I'd just take some video of this floor before I cover it up. You can see that's the original paint on there. It's not rusty. This does have some sound deadening in most areas in here. I peeled the sound deadening off of the floorboards on both sides because the other side it looked like it was a little rusty and I did have to put a patch panel. This side is nice and clean, so I just painted the bare metal, primered it and painted it. Over here, some water had either come in through the firewall or from a leaky temperature control valve on the heater and got down underneath the carpet. And right in this area here, there's a little patch that I had to put in there to clean that up. Here's the piece I made that's gonna go in there and replace this old piece. Okay, I'm gonna put a coat of this Rust-Oleum rusty metal primer on there. Okay, this is good and dry now. This is the next day. It's been about 24 hours. Now I'm going to top coat it with some Rust-Oleum enamel. I've just got some yellow here. It's just something that I had. Doesn't really matter what color because this is going to get sound deadening material and then carpet on top of it. So all I'm trying to do is put a protective coat on here right now. So I'm getting ready to put sound deadening material down on both of these floorboards in the front. Like I say, there's already got factory sound deadening material on most of the rest of it. I've got this mat here that I'm going to be putting down. If you watched my video on fixing that door latch on the other door, while you saw me put some of this inside the door panel, but it's just a 80,000 stick rubberized backing that's sticky. So you peel off the paper and you stick it down. You can cut it with scissors or a knife to trim it. I'm going to start right up in this corner and just do this whole area. Once I stick it down, I've got this little, I think this is a wallpaper roller actually, and I'll put a little pressure on it and roll it down real good and it'll be stuck good. Maybe in this little recessed area I'll put a second piece on top of this piece. Just to kind of bring that up more level with the rest of it, and it'll add a little more sound deadening. Ready to put those carpets in now. I've had them laid out here for a while, trying to get some of the folds and wrinkles out of them from when it was shipped. First thing I'm going to do is set them in place, dry, just as a fit check, and then I'll be using some contact cement to stick them in. Kind of laid most of the carpets in here, and it looks like first thing I need to glue in is going to be this piece across the back here. And then I'll glue this tunnel piece in. And then the pieces along the door sill over there. And then the flat pieces that lay down here Those will be next. And I'm going to be using, like I said, some contact cement. I've got this weldwood stuff here, so I'll just be brushing a coat on the back of the carpet and on the surface I'm going to stick it to, and let it tack up a little bit, and then stick it on. Okay, it's been about 10 or 12 minutes, 15 maybe. So I'm just setting it in here, kind of get it centered side to side first. And then I want this top of the carpet to be right at the top of this lip here. So I'm gonna kind of stick that on there. As I put this piece down here, there's a lot of different curves and angles, and rather than trying to glue the whole thing at once and then try and get it in here and get it in position, I'm going to just start right back here and put glue in this area, get this folded down nice, and then just work my way forward little by little. Before I go any farther forward up there, I'm going to go ahead and get this lower parts glued in. I don't think I necessarily need glue the full way, but if I can get it part way up here, why, that'll be pretty good. Okay, keep in mind, there's about 10 or 15 minutes or so between the time I put the contact cement on to the time I'm sticking the carpet back down to it, because it's got to have a few minutes to tack up, you know. So I don't want you to think just because you're not seeing it that I'm just putting that stuff on there and then gluing it down immediately, because I'm not. Okay, now peel this up from the bottom and put some glue down there. And I'm not really showing you the other side of the tunnel. It's basically the same as what I'm doing right here. Okay, I'm ready to put this passenger side front floor piece in. Before I do that, I cut a couple little slots right there, one right over here, because there's a couple little hooks from the factory that carpet locks into place with. So I've got that locked in. So now I'm just going to peel it back and put some contact cement around the perimeter of it, about 2 inches all the way around the outer edges. I'm not going to go through the whole center section of it, and that'll hold it in place. I got the driver's front floor piece in. Now I'm going to put these pieces that go under the seat, and they actually fit kind of snug, so I'm not going to go too crazy with the glue. I'm just going to put a little bit right here in the center and let the outer edges just kind of push down. Like I said, they fit kind of snug already. And the last pieces of the puzzle here are these two little sections on both sides, as far as pieces that got to get glued in. Now this back piece here, it doesn't glue in, it just lays in because you got to have access to these doors in the front and to the spare tire on the rear. So what I'm going to do here, and I had to install my seat belts before this could go in. I'm going to glue it across the back, put it in position, and then fold it down here and just let it kind of lay in place there. And then that way, if I have to have access to the seat belts for some reason, why, I can just fold this up. It's only going to be glued back here. Here's the finished product. I got the console in, I got that little boot around the emergency brake, and I'm very pleased with the way they turned out. I just ran the vacuum cleaner over them a little bit. Here's the kit I got, the part number, in case you want to get the same thing. It was kind of the deluxe kit that Z-Car Depot sells. The carpets are actually made by Newark Auto in Orange, New Jersey, but Z-Car is one of their dealers, I guess, and actually you get a better price from Z-Car Depot.